Meghan Markle here.
Today is July 26, 2025. It is 3:30. I've been up for a while just going through Twitter. I wasn't planning on recording. I was just chilling. I was up but just chilling. And then as I go through X Twitter and I was seeing some tweets and I automatically create a list. And I was like, all of a sudden now I feel like maybe I should just record them. I may not edit them tonight because I still don't feel like really doing anything. I'm just being lazy right now behind my computer. So I might record them, and then whenever I get to it, I get to it. Because once I don't record them, I ignore them eventually. But let's get started. Alright, so new subscribers, welcome. And this video that's live right now with James O'Brien, it was very interesting. I think I create an extra of it with the James O'Brien part because he apologized for something. I think either email or text or whatever he was reading about someone who was talking about his wife, I guess, who's Jules, the way they raised her to, to hate. And the husband sent it to James O'Brien, and he read it online, on his radio show. And then the following day, he had to apologize for reading it. I'm assuming they put pressure on the station or something like that. And then later on, I come across a video where they're literally showing the kids in school in Israel. They're teaching them literally what the letter or whatever James O'Brien said. And I'm like, maybe he should not have apologized or something like that. But I think he took the higher road, and this is what they're teaching kids. This is what they're teaching kids. God help us. God help us. We are in a dark space right now. These people are raising those young kids to just be savage. To just be savage. I came across a lot of tweets regarding different countries who's rejecting Israel. I think there was a football match somewhere. Where was it? I'm thinking England, but I don't think it's England. I didn't put it on the list. I'm just summarizing a couple things that I saw tonight, right now. But I didn't put them on the list. And I guess they were playing, whatever the country was, playing with Israel. And the spectators were literally denounce Israel or something like that, and saying things about Palestine, like free Palestine or something. So there's a lot going on. May God help us. And I hope young people, I don't know, see the light, because those old people, they just want the darkness to continue. As they are exiting, they leaving behind their hate, their darkness, and I think as I'm thinking of all of this right now, what happened in 2024 in terms of the U.S. election, our great grandkids may never forgive us for the way we voted, because there's a lot of things that's happening is because of the election. You see unmarked cars picking up people, deporting them. I saw another video. This Canadian was fishing and his country's water, and the U.S. Coast Guard capsized his boat and then detain him. And it's just things going out of control. These people, they just want war, people to hate on each other. It's like evil is, I don't know, something within our society is just possessing people. May God continue to help us. I know God's work usually takes a while, but those false prophets who's taking the sense, the essence of God, and then switch it, manufacture it in a way to turn people against each other. God, I hope you're doing your thing and break this cycle. You have to get into people's brain and remove those darkness within these people. It is very sad. Many of these people who voted against their best interests, you need to get into them for them to see the light. All this that I'm saying, I'm just summarizing some of the things that I'm seeing, but I didn't put them on the list for me to talk about. Hopefully I do get to those tweets to share with you. And there's something that I'm seeing happening in Texas. This young white guy who's denouncing the way, like the MAGAs kind of way. The sense that he's saying all the right things, okay? Don't get me wrong. He's saying all the right things. I'm a little bit skeptical with him, because I know many of these people, Democrats and Republicans, they know how to infiltrate people. When they see the narrative is losing ground, they know how to switch things up and then to get into people's psyches, to again make them believe in them, vote for them, and then next thing you know, they go back to their original way. That particular person who's saying all the right things and who's gathering all these people, making those speeches and all of that, I'm a little bit skeptical about him, because the way that I've seen the Republican Party is, I don't know if he ever run, that particular person, I don't know his name, ever run for office. I don't know his political history, if he ever hold the office, how he voted, I do not know. So it took me a while to find his name. I'm editing the video right now, and I was like, I have to find him so I could show you. So I do a little bit research here and there, and I find his name. I don't even know what I wrote on Google to get his name. So this is him, James Talarico. He's actually in office right now. He's a state representative. Let me pause for a second and look his background a little bit more. He is a Democrat from my understanding. He has appeared in Joe Rogan's show. That's another thing, a little bit question mark here. He might be legit, but this is not for me to say that he's completely negative, but the way many politicians tends to come out of nowhere. Okay, so it doesn't say much. All right, let me pause one more time. So I had to ask Google, who is Representative James Talarico. He is a member of the Democratic Party. He's a Democrat, not Republican, and has been called a rising force among Texas Democrats. Round Rock, Texas, U.S. Talarico currently serves on the Texas House of Representatives Public Education Committee, Calendar Committee, and Juvenile Justice and Family Issues Committee. Okay, so he is a Democrat. I'm seeing a lot of noise coming out of Texas about him. Okay, so this is a post from him. Like, for instance, like I was saying, I record my majority of this rant that I'm doing was yesterday, and I'm editing it the following day, and I need to show you a picture of him. So it took me a while to get That because I don't remember his name. So this is like a place he was. I don't know. Where was that? I just held a rally in Plano, Texas, a red part of the state, and 1,000 people showed up. Many said it was their first political rally ever. There's something happening in Texas. Like I've said, what's the other guy who was running for governor? Beto O'Rourke or something like that? He was making a lot of noise too. He was saying all the right things. But Texas went the way it went. Okay, so this is what I was trying to say in terms of, making a lot of noise. Okay, I'm gonna get back to the original recording. Okay, so there's this person say here, I wish Albedo Uvuj had thousands and lost. Okay, because they're saying that he's having, there's a possibility Texas might go blue, but Beto Uvuj was doing almost the right thing. He was doing all the right thing. Fill up a lot of places, but did Texas go the right way? Nope. Okay, so this person saw the same thing that I said, that I was thinking. But anyway, I do not want to waste too much time. This is a sidetrack. I just wanted to look at his face, which is him here. Oh, that's not him. Where's the picture I had? There. Okay, maybe I'll show you this one. Okay, he's talking here. Texas State Rep James Talarico. The only minority destroying America are the billionaires. We are focused on the wrong 1%. Like I've said, he said all the right things. All the right things. Let's hope, we have to trust in somebody somehow. Okay, let's listen to him. And then that will be it. I'll go back to my original rant. I just wanted to show who I was making reference to.
Yeah, I just told the folks that are here that the only minority destroying America is the billionaires. I mean, the people at the top, the Elon Musks, the Rupert Murdochs, these two billionaires in Texas, Tim Dunn and Ferris Wilks, they use their wealth and their power to divide us intentionally, because our unity, whether you're a Democrat, an independent, or Republican, us being united is a threat to their wealth and power.
That is what have I said in the past. What made Biden won? African American, Hispanic, Latinos, they were united for the common goal. And then the Republican went straight and divide. Like I said, he's saying all the right things. I'm just crossing my finger. He's legit, that's all.
That's what we do. We fight for the many against the powerful few, whether it's billionaires, whether it's bullies, whether it's bigots. And the more I see what is happening in this state and in this country, the more I think the only minority destroying America is the billionaires. Trans people are 1% of the population. Muslims are 1% of the population. Undocumented people, 1% of the population. We are focused on the wrong 1%.
Like I said, he's saying all the right thing. He's saying all the right thing. Let's cross our fingers. People mind enlighten. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's like so many people's brain are so empty. Anything that people put in their head, they absorb it, and then they don't think logically and process it and try to understand it and see how it affects their lives before it actually happened. But many of these people, they wait until it actually happened to them. They don't know about prevention. African American have been warning them, preventing them from going the rabbit hole. Okay, so let's get back to the original recording. I just wanted to look into him, his background a little bit, even though I haven't go too deep into his background. But he holds a public office at the moment, and he is a Democrat. Okay, so that's that. But right now, he is saying all the right thing. So does, what was this guy who was running for the governor of Texas and he lost? Okay, Beto O'Rourke or something like that. O'Rourke, what's his name? Him, Beto O'Rourke. All right. I'm surprised Texas did not vote for him. I think he ran twice and he lost twice because of history, because during the fire, when we were seeing all those negativity, he was saying all the right thing, trying to fight through the negativity, but he didn't win. But this other guy who's saying all the right things right now, and I don't know his history, I'm a little bit skeptical. And many of these people with those MAGA types, now that they see their vote is not what it is, what did they, I mean, Trump literally told them what he was gonna do, but yet they voted for him. But their minds are so easily manipulated, and they follow anything. Even if African American was telling them exactly what this guy, again, I don't remember his name. Let me see if I could find him. I don't even know how to search for him. The things that I saw popping up were not none of the things that I was searching for. But the only thing I could say, let me pause so I don't get black for it. I just hope God comes through, because it's not just the US. Right now, the US is facing some shocker because they never experienced that before. They didn't expect some of the things that's happening, but it is happening. So I just hope God help us, and it's the entire world that is going dark. Entire world. And there's look at the screen. There's a thumbnails of a video that I did. It reflects on a vision where things is going dark, and the only thing that I saw some brightness, it was 3 triangles, and I interpreted as pyramid, and where is pyramid? In Africa. So the only thing that I see that somewhat a light is shining through is Africa. And in the US, we have a small opportunity to make it right, and it will take a lot of people minds to be changed, to understand their foundation, their history, and then to make things better. Other than that, we are in big trouble. All right, so let's start with my list. I'm sorry I took long with my rant. All right, 10 minutes already. All right, so we're gonna start with this 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna start with the negative tweets first, since I already start with my introduction in a negative way, and then I guess I have some Sussex tweets. Okay, I'm doing a reverse right now. Usually these I put last, but let's do them first, get them out of the way. I'm going to keep posting about Prince William's $450 million yacht holiday, Greece holiday with private jet travel, yacht said to be owned by a sheik. I sort of talked about it before, but I'll just share it with you for the sake of it. Prince William and Kate holidaying on $450 million super yacht belonging to this UAE royal. Prince William and Kate of okay, so there's the thing here with the kids. It's very sad. This is the way they go. Then again, they are on brand. This guy has gone completely wacko. Let me just hand his behavior to God. That's all. I never did find. I never did find out what happened to the yacht I own. Okay, what is that? You know what? Let's leave that alone. This is the headline. All right, you don't hear any of the royal rats talking about it. I think that was the main reason that I put it here. Let's go to the next one. This is a TikTok video. Eden. Okay, maybe this should have been. Let me pause for a second. I changed it. I changed my list. We're gonna do this one first. Alright, in case you're wondering why that family and its minions are still obsessed with Harry and Meghan in the year 2025. When a toxic person can no longer control you, they will try to control how others see you. Yeah, they're working hard on that. But a lot of people are seeing, you know, what the royal rats are trying to do, the narrative, so they see through it. And a lot of shout out with the squads, and especially JTB. All right, his TikTok videos are on point and explain things, you know, the simplest way, the quickest way. So a lot of the squaddies who were there from the beginning, even though some of them are not doing YouTube videos or podcasts, Michelle, Tina, and many other. What's the other one? V, another one. She hasn't put anything out. So a lot of shout out with them to them because many of them had pretty much put me up to speed to what was going on and things that they were seeing. So these are the foundation of the squad. Is a lot of shout out to them. Okay, she fixed herself in one of her caption. They'll never stop trying to ruin the opportunities to make a living sufficient to fund a secure life as well. Will never give up on the dream of a divorce and Harry crawling back with tail between his legs to kiss Willie's ring. Well, they'll be waiting forever then. That spur machine face of Lazy Wills. This is true. Yep. Again, only his mother knows the best. I'm gonna, even though she should be resting in peace, to her. Baggage for God and her. Alright, so another thing that I see, remember, this group of tweets that I'm sharing now, they were supposed to be at the end. So I did a switch around. I want to get them out of the way before I start talking about the Sussexes. So it seems like, alright, this Sunday, the UK is gonna face Spain again. For their, what is it? I don't watch football, soccer, but whatever match they did is like a rematch. When Queen Letizia of Spain was there, and William, when he was president of the Football Association, he didn't show up. So there's a rematch. The talk of the town right now, what's happening here, there is a player in the UK team that pretty much make them go to the final. It seems like she's pretty good and she scored a couple goals. They don't put her in the image. And I look at her name here, Michelle Agyemang. Okay, sorry if I pronounce her name wrong. Let me put. This is her. Okay, it seems like she's pretty good. She scored a couple goals, and they don't put her in whatever this billboard or in the poster. They exclude her. But I know this is a team kind of sport. Okay, no one person can pretty much win by themselves. It is a team sport. So she scored a couple goals, and some people are talking about it because they don't put her in here. And they're saying there are some people they put twice. I didn't really look too much into that. Alright, so let's read here. Michelle Agyemang. Again, sorry if I pronounce her name wrong. Let me just say her first name. Michelle scored one of the two goals that put England in the final, yet she is missing from the image released by the royal family. Oh, it's the royal family who released it. Wow, they're really not beating those allegations, are they? No wonder Meghan packed her bag and got the hell out of there. Okay, William kicked Harry out, so they had to leave. Okay, I have to put this. Okay, William kicked Meghan, well, Harry in particular, due to Harry's marriage with Meghan. Hey, they all gotta go. And not too long ago, I think Charles was out and about, and there were these kids, those black kids. I think there were two, but in the video, I think I saw one head. Could be one. He skipped him. Alright, so they're on brand. Again, baggage for God. God created us, and these people want to act like God, and then they're destroying nature. They're destroying what God created. So we have to give it to God, and as a living person, we have to help God as well. We cannot just sit back and just pray. Yes, we could still pray. We'll never stop praying. But in the every day, every second, every minute, every hour, we need to make certain decision to take the load off of God as well. We could ask Him to guide us to make proper decision, and our conscience need to be in a pure, honest way in order for us to move forward, because we need to help God as well. Alright, so that's that. Let's leave this alone. I don't want to go in the comment. There's another tweet making reference to it as well. Okay, so there's her picture here. The royal family should have added a picture of Michelle and their statement to the England women team. Alright? And I think this time William is gonna show up. Last time he didn't show up, England lost. Alright, there's this. Michelle Agyemang has propelled England to the Euro 2025 final with 2 vital goals. But yet, they didn't put her in the image, okay? So she should be singled out in the team sport. Do you understand anything? No, I'm saying she should have been included. They will come with excuses. These are the comments that I was seeing. Alright? Nobody's saying to single her out. But she did 2 scores. If one of these women did 2 scores, they would probably put her picture so big up here and then all the others lower. So pretty much anything that is positive that any black and brown people have done, they want to make sure to erase it from history. Okay? But every time a black and brown person shows up, they do their best to represent in a positive way. Alright? Yes, there is always a negative bad apple within the group. I'm not saying all black and brown people are all perfect, but majority of the time when you come across black and brown people, they always show the best quality of that group. Alright, but what these people who have control of the narrative of what they put out there, they want to make sure to not represent them, to not show the good things about them. So which is what is playing here. So if England win, guess what? And if she score, I will be talking about it on my channel. And if, let's say for instance, what happened to the men Euro, what is it? Was it Euro 2020 when the black players did not score? Guess what? UK was talking about it and they were upset doing all of this stuff. So these people, I mean, yeah, like I've said, if they have control of the narrative, they'll make sure to put the negative part out, but the good things, they'll reserve it and don't mention it. Alright, so I'll be talking about it if she score. Okay, because if we're waiting for them to talk about it, they're not gonna do it. They don't want positive things to be said about any other groups. Okay, not just black and brown, any other groups. But for them, look at this. They applauding mediocre. Cutting ribbon is like the bravest things that ever happened on earth. But people who's actually doing things to help others, they don't want to mention it and they make it look bad. And it pretty much shows you how crazy and stupid these people are. There's so many things going on. Let's get back to the original recording. You know what? Let's leave that alone. That's the only 2 things that I have regarding the soccer, women's soccer. Next one. Okay, so right now, I don't know if some of you have heard there's a town somewhere. Is it in Arkansas? Yeah, Arkansas. That's creating a white-only little village kind of thing. They're starting, okay? Start slow, and they're not hiding it. To tell you the truth, I don't mind them doing that thing. The problem that I have is when other communities are trying to mind their own business, doing their thing, and then when they prosper, they try to ruin it. They leave their little bubble and they come to the other bubble that's minding its own business to destroy it. That's the part I don't like. Alright, so we're just gonna listen to this. Oops, let me stop. White only. What is happening in the Ozarks region of Arkansas is a prototype for what Trump and Stephen Miller are seeking to do throughout America. They're following Hitler's Aryan playbook. Alright, it's up to other white people. If they don't want that, hey, I don't know. It's 1 minute and 26 seconds. Screenshot.
So they're doing a whites only community in Arkansas and the fucking Ozarks. A whites only community in Arkansas. This is where we're at in America today. Like, what the fuck do you mean you don't want to be around people that look like me? Us brown people are fucking cool as hell.
Well, hey, I hope some of you did recognize that when it was time for you to vote, because many of you, then listen to black people. And you can't force people to be around you just because the way that you feel. They want to isolate themselves from you. So that's a good thing. Let them be. But the main thing is, if they want to isolate themselves and then you and your little community trying to do your own thing, they better leave you alone. This is the thing. So isolation is not a bad thing completely if you decided to do that yourself. Okay, consciously, you know what you want, you're well-minded, you know you don't want to be around certain people. It's not a bad thing. But when they interfere in your self-isolation, you want your tranquility, peace of mind, and then they're coming to bother you, that's a problem. Okay, so just leave them alone. They don't want you. Okay, so that's fine. At least you know they don't want you. So create your own bubble. All right, this is the thing here. They don't want you at their table. Create your own table. And then once your table is flourished and then they're trying to destroy your table, you have to protect your table. All right, you are cool, yes, but so just leave them alone. They don't want you. Okay, so that's fine. Let's continue.
Positive vibes, good food, beautiful people. Like, what the fuck do you mean you guys want to live in a whites-only community?
Create your own. That's the thing. Create your own the way you would like it to be. And when they come into your space, you kick them out. Okay? You want to include other groups in your little community. Do that. And I've been saying this before, past videos. When I go to Manhattan, let's say Chinatown, this is one of those areas I used to love to go and just hang out. Italy, not too far from Chinatown. Always so vibrant and you just see people. Okay, go window shopping and buy conch. I used to go to Chinatown to buy conch. That's one of my favorite seafood. And just hang out, walking around and watching, just being around people by myself, by the way. Just go there and enjoy a good Saturday morning and then go back to my apartment and just chill. Now when I pass by those areas, it's like, what? Yes, they create new buildings and all that. The feeling, the vibe, it's not there anymore. Those other cultures that made those areas what it used to be, it's not there anymore. So these people, let them be. We could create our own if you are willing to accept other groups like blacks, because what I'm hearing, I don't know if it's not all. Let me not put everybody under the same umbrella. The Hispanic community have their own little racism within it. So this is something that needs to be, they need to check themselves. Okay? Before they wreck themselves. Alright, so these whites, they want to be by themselves, let them be. Because when they are with other groups, they act possessed, savage. So let them be by themselves. Alright, so let's continue.
In fucking America in the year 2025.
Yeah, you guys vote for that.
What had to happen in your childhood or growing up that as adults you guys decided you guys want to live in a whites-only community?
They training them, like the last one of the videos that I did yesterday. They training them at school. They literally teaching them in school from what I saw. Like in Israel. So who knows what's going on in those little communities over there. They literally teaching their kids. They literally teaching their kids. There's an old video that I came across, not tonight, a while back. This kid came, white kid, came with a whip. I don't know if the person, I think it was caught to one of those doorbell thing, ripping, using the rope to hit the door, speaking in a tone where the person should come out and have the kid come out or something like that. So they're literally teaching those kids at a very young age to be that. Like I've said in past videos, it doesn't take too long to ruin a generation. You need at least 10 years. 10 years. From a baby to 10 years old. They start teaching them, and by the time they're 10 years old, the mind is already corrupt. So, I don't know. There needs to be an intervention. You see, many of those old people with their racist mindset are leaving. They literally are dying. And then there's the young one who's growing up with the same mindset. So they already planted their seeds. I don't know which world are we gonna put our kids. We're gonna leave our kids in. Oh my God. It's really sad. And then, like I've said, the type of racism, it is within the Hispanic community as well. It's not me just saying it. Just go online. They're literally coming out or saying it.
Doesn't that sound fucking stupid? How racist do you have to be to want to live in a whites-only community? I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but even if I was white, that sounds lame as fuck. Like, I would never want to do some shit like that. That sounds fucking boring.
I don't know. Whenever a black community try to, be flourished, we have history of that. They either burn it down or flood it. Just go. It's a lot of it in history. I'm white. I don't want to live around those kinds of white trash people, bottom of the barrel, and breed vile, racist effing. Okay? So let's go to the next one. So this is somewhat the last thing that I have regarding the negative things. And then maybe I'll just leave it as a video by itself, and then the next one we'll focus on the Sussexes. The blood is on our hands as Americans because it is our weapons that are responsible for those children starving to death. American journalist Peter Baynard. Okay, guess what? 92% their hands are clean. Okay, we vote the right way for this to not happen, and it shows we not part of that. So I don't know. Let's listen to this. 1 minute and 26 seconds.
Why did it take this long? I mean, in November of last year, the International Criminal Court issued a warrant for the arrest of Benjamin Netanyahu for the war crime of starvation 8 months ago, before Israel cut off all food, all water, all electricity into the Gaza Strip for 3 months. And to say the United States is silent, it's much, much worse than that. We are profoundly complicit and deeply responsible. It is our weapons that enforce this starvation. It is our diplomatic efforts that prevent international justice from being done. The blood is on our hands.
And guess what? They're doing the protocol, okay? What's happening in the Middle East? It's what to come. Protocol is the blueprint. They're starting it here in the US. Okay, when Trump was saying build the wall, it's to enclose American in here, and then they're already messing up the farmers thing. Okay, business are going, get immigrant out of there. They can't pick up the crops. Okay, soon American gonna be starving too. Okay, and then they're gonna want us to beg for little crumbs. These people are savage. There's so many things that I'm seeing. I don't share them. This is why YouTube, they all are part of it, okay? They all are part of it. Put this disclosure for content creators to not show people dying, to not... They didn't want the information to go out because they already got control of the mainstream media, and then some creators like myself and some others will want other people to know what's going on. So they're putting this disclaimer to not show these kind of things. Like I try my best to show as much as I can with, to stay within the borderline of the guidelines. But Americans, my goodness. All right, so let's continue.
As Americans, because it is our weapons that is responsible for those children starving to death.
No blood for the hands of Hamas?
Hamas has
Is there
lots
no
of...
blood
No,
on
no,
their
no.
hands?
Why don't you let me finish? How about that? Okay?
I'm just
Okay?
asking.
Yes,
You
of
blame
course.
Israel and you blame the U.S., but we haven't heard Hamas.
This is their cover, okay? This thing, I saw it when it started. They were antagonized. They were poking. They wanted the Palestinian to react. You see how you see in the U.S. those ICE agents going and picking up people or whatever? Okay, similar to that. Breaking their storefront, pushing those kids. I saw a lot of videos about that. They didn't react. So that party that went on where they went and they threw the bomb and then capture people and them like that. And my humble opinion, I think Israel did it to itself. Israel, I'm sorry, this is because the kind of reaction they were looking for, they did not get it. So they create a reason to do what they did. You're telling me you're looking for Hamas and then you turn... Okay, let me go look for an image of Palestine right now. Okay, I search on Google and I just said Palestine 2025. You tell me you're looking for Hamas. You're looking for Hamas. This is how you turn a place like this? You're looking for some people and you turn these freaking area. Look at this. Any of these. Look at this. Destruction after destruction after destruction. You're looking for them? And then there's videos, I can't show them because of guideline. This young man sitting by the, look like a beach or port. Okay, there's the ocean or whatever. Perfect, sunny, very nice. And then they shot him. Okay, look at this. You looking for Hamas? Look at this. And then we've seen that video that I show. Just go on my channel. This video, that, and I did another one where I only put the O'Brien part with a video of a school in Israel where they're teaching kids how to think or believe or feel about Palestinians. My goodness. This is the excuse whenever it comes, or Hamas. That's their excuse, but they're the one who created. Let's go back to this.
I actually have one of my closest friends in college was blown up by Hamas. I have probably a lot more experience with suffering from Hamas, with all due respect, than you do. Let's say this. If we want to see who is more to blame for the starvation of children in Gaza, Hamas or Israel, let CNN in. Israel has not allowed Western journalists in since October 7th. Let them go in, let CNN go in, and decide for themselves. How about that?
How about Hamas releases the hostages and gets a
and let me
ceasefire?
think, what do you think would happen if Hamas
Peter, just
released
give
the
me 1
hostages?
second. Scott, let me have...
Okay, so oh my God. Oh, shit, I can't even show this. It's unbelievable. Alright, so I'm done with the negative aspect of things. I don't know when I'm editing. This might be a video by itself. Okay, so now let's start with the Sussexes. It may not be pleasant as well, but these are the random tweets that I saw on my timeline.
Vaca. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.